Miriam Makeba. She died 2 nights ago in Italy, but she did live long enough to see the election of the first African-American president in history. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. It's Veterans Day. 15 anti-war veterans of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan pled not guilty on Monday to charges of disorderly conduct. The Hempstead 15, as they're now known, were arrested last month at an Iraq Veterans Against the War demonstration outside the final presidential debate at Hofstra University here in New York, when they attempted to cross the police line to enter the university and ask the candidates a question about war. The police charged the crowd with horses. 15 veterans were arrested. One of them, Nick Morgan, was trampled and brought to the local hospital with a broken cheekbone. Nick Morgan addressed a crowd of supporters outside the Nassau County Courthouse after their arraignment on Monday.
I just want to thank everyone for coming out, first of all, in support of myself and my fellow Iraq Veterans Against the War. And the very brave civilian supporters that we had out there with us today. You know, I hope that a lot of you, especially from this area, are as appalled as I am at the actions of the Nassau County Police Department and the gross violations to the Constitution that all of us veterans swore to protect and uphold against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And, you know, it's kind of sad when a veteran who was discharged honorably after serving a tour in Iraq and Baghdad, you know, can't come here and peaceably assemble, redress our grievances, and you know, in turn, we abided by police law, police orders. We were on the sidewalk, and you know, as far as I'm concerned, we were brutally attacked. I wasn't, at any rate. So you know, we just need to keep putting pressure on these people, and you know, hopefully justice will be served.
We'll stay with you as long as...
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Nassau County has added insult to injury. But I am grateful and I am thankful and I am overwhelmingly happy to report that every single member of the Hempstead 15 pled not guilty today. And we are gonna fight this thing out. This is unacceptable. We cannot be brutalized and silenced and told that we don't have the right to oppose those who are taking away our rights and literally trampling everything that is to be American.
Exactly.
Matthis Chiroux and Nick Morgan, both Iraq veterans against the war, speaking to a crowd after their arraignment on Monday. Today, on this Veterans Day, we turn to the voices of today's veterans who are speaking out about the crimes they say they committed and the impact of war on their lives. In March of this year, hundreds of veterans and active duty soldiers from Iraq and Afghanistan gave eyewitness accounts of atrocities committed by U.S. troops. We played portions of the testimony for 3 days. This is an excerpt of those hearings called Winter Soldier 2008.
We were allowed to shoot whatever we wanted. It was deemed to be a free fire zone. So we would roll through the town, and anything that we saw, everything that we saw, we engaged it and opened fire on everything.
In less than a minute, put 200 rounds from his .50 caliber machine gun into that vehicle. That day, he killed a mother, a father, and 2 children. The boy was age 4, and the daughter was age 3.
General Petraeus, you may not remember me, but you once led me. You're no longer a leader of men. You've exploited your troops for your own gain and have become just another cheerleader for this occupation policy that is destroying America. General Petraeus, you pinned this on me in Babylon in 2003 following the October 16th incident. I will no longer be a puppet for your personal gain and for your political career.
I just want to say that I am sorry for the hate and destruction that I've inflicted on innocent people, and I'm sorry for the hate and destruction that others have inflicted on innocent people. At one point, it was okay, but reality has shown that it's not, and that this is happening, and that until people hear about what is going on with this war, it will continue to happen and people will continue to die. I am sorry for the things that I did. I am no longer the monster that I once was. Thank you.
An excerpt from the Winter Soldier hearings that took place this past March. I'm joined now by Matthis Chiroux here in New York. He is a member of Iraq Veterans Against the War. He did serve in Afghanistan, but when he was called to deploy to Iraq, he said no. Welcome to Democracy Now!
Thank you.
Your thoughts on this Veterans Day, Matthis, coming yesterday from, well, being charged with disorderly conduct for the protest outside the last presidential debate?
Right. Well, I mean, certainly my heart is heavy today anyway, you know, as it is Veterans Day, for the sacrifices of veterans throughout the history of this country. I think the total number of people who have died in uniform since the beginning is around 1.3 million, and that's a staggering number. It's beyond something that I can even imagine. And my heart is further heavier by the injustice dealt to Americans veterans yesterday in Nassau County. You know, after peacefully assembling to have our grievances redressed, to have our issues heard by the candidates, we were brutalized, we were wrongfully arrested, we were imprisoned, we were harassed, and afterwards we've been made to fight tooth and nail to ensure that the entirely false narrative that the Nassau County Police Department would have the world believe is overturned, and that people are exposed to the shocking video of Nick being trampled, and that they do understand that right now Nassau County couldn't be further away from supporting their troops than George Bush. And certainly my heart was heavy yesterday when they decided to go ahead and charge each and every last one of us with the exact same crime and exact same narrative, despite the fact that half of us were pulled off of a sidewalk. And
horses were used against you on that night of the presidential debate. It seemed so tame inside.
It was the furthest thing from tame outside. It was nothing short of combat, except in this situation, we couldn't re-engage. All our supporters could do was take it. There was violence, rampant violence, 100% of it from the Nassau County Police Department. What
was the message you were trying to bring to the debaters, to John McCain and Barack Obama?
Well, as I know, I don't have to tell you, Amy, the veterans issues and even the war in Iraq was definitely missing from this campaign this season, especially as the economy crumbled over the past few months. And this comes at a time while we're still actively engaged in two wars. I mean, this war isn't even over, and this country is moving towards forgetting its veterans and forgetting its troops. And we went out there to try and do something about that. That is a dire situation, and a lot of people's lives depend on